After another unprecedented day in British politics, with failed Liz Truss forced out of office after just 44 days because she gave in to the establishment and went against her commitment to voters, it's yet again blindingly obvious that the Westminster establishment is stacked against the people and therefore democracy itself. The Truss premiership should never have happened. I spent months on this show warning Conservative MPs against deposing Boris Johnson at the behest of the Blob, the Globalists, the Ramonas and a conspiring mainstream media. But the dastardly coalition of the Wets, who aren't actually real Conservatives anyway, gave in. And they rolled a man who secured his party an 80-seat majority and delivered Brexit because they were convinced they would get their man, Fishy Rishi Sunak, into number 10 Downing Street. When that didn't happen, they were out to destroy Liz Truss and her low-tax agenda. To hell with the damage it would cause the country. Truss proved tragically and pathetically weak. After spending all summer convincing us she wouldn't U-turn, she did just that. At the slightest hint of opposition, and the dark forces who run Westminster knew they'd got her. For the past few weeks, she has been an embarrassing lame duck leader who allowed Ramonas to stage a coup, imposing Jeremy Hunt as the country's de facto PM, even if he only became Chancellor officially. It's been an anti-democratic disgrace, and quite rightly voters have deserted the Tories in droves. Well, following her inevitable resignation today, the fix is almost in, the stitch-up almost complete. Earlier tonight, the all-powerful 1922 committee has done everything possible to stop Boris Johnson becoming Prime Minister and secure the job for Fishy Rishi, forgetting he was just overwhelmingly rejected by party members.
Candidates will be expected to have at least 100 colleagues nominating them. Nominations can be accepted either by signature or by email. We will then go on to conduct whatever ballots are necessary during the course of Monday. And when we reach 2 final candidates, we will also conduct an indicative ballot so that it is clear what the balance of preference within the parliamentary party is.
So they've put that 100 ceiling in to try and stop Boris. Because if the vote goes to Conservative Party members, mark my words, Boris will be PM again by next Friday. He is the only candidate who can come to the job with a proven track record of success and a clear mandate from the country. And he's the only candidate who can avoid a general election and likely defeat slippery Starmer in 2024. But by demanding only candidates with the support of 100 MPs can be voted on by members, the grey suits in the party are trying to make it almost impossible for Boris to return. And I'll tell you why. They want a Rishi coronation. They want a Rishi coronation worked out over the weekend in dodgy backroom deals at Westminster between other big figures in the party like Penny Mordaunt and Michael Gove. The Tory right and grassroots members who are determined to win the war on woke, fight back against globalists, deliver a strong Brexit, cut taxes and stop the illegal Channel invasion, they have to stand up against such a dodgy deal. They must all, and I mean all, unite behind Boris to be Prime Minister again, right now, before it's too late. As one Tory association chair told the Daily Mail tonight, the membership will go absolutely bananas if they are excluded, and it is rigged. It will be MPs backing Rishi Sunak or Penny Mordaunt versus the membership. We can't be treated with contempt. Boris is the only candidate feared by the opposition. If you've been watching any of the MSN today, I found it hilarious seeing and hearing the growing panic in the voices and fear in the eyes of the Westminster elite and political editors as they came to the realisation that the Brexit-delivering proven vote winner could return to number 10 and deny their man Starmer an almost certain tilt at the top job. Boris is the only candidate with the slightest chance of turning around the party's disastrous poll ratings and saving the Conservatives from a 1997-style wipeout. Just remember, If anyone other than Boris, and I include Sunak in this, is elected, the clamour for a general election will become overwhelming and I think impossible to ignore. More so, Sunak is a globalist shill who the party have not forgiven for his backstabbing of Boris. The other likely candidates, including the brilliant Kemi Badenoch and excellent and brave Suella Braverman, are largely untested, although, in my opinion, Braverman's short stint as Home Secretary has proven she is the only other likely candidate with the balls to take on the establishment and the blob. A Sunak ally told the Mail Online today it was, quote, natural logic for the former Chancellor to go head-to-head with Boris, and they added, it will be a battle for the soul of the party. Indeed it will, but that battle must be allowed to happen. Not stitched up by MPs and party grandees in the early hours of the morning in the bars of Westminster. If a Sunak coronation happens on Monday, I don't foresee a happy ending for the Conservative Party.